Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, Ravikant. Uh, yes, you can, if you have specific doubts, major doubts, you can leave them in the chat box. We'll take it to sir as he joins. If there are minor ones, then you can ask them now. Let's see if we can solve it.
अच्छा
Okay, okay, fine. Okay, guys, you don't have a question, please. You can go ahead and ask your question. We'll wait for sir. Let's see if he joins.
Ma'am, I have typed a sentence in the chat. Can you please
Yeah,
check
I
it?
can see that. Never forget this. Don't let others' negativity affect you. Yes. What
Yes,
about
ma'am.
that?
We have to say whether it is appropriately punctuated.
Appropriately punctuated. Okay. All right.
So I think it's correct. So what is incorrect here?
I think that there's the quotation marks are missing in this, right? You're trying to give an advice or something to some. I mean, this looks like a quote, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So probably the quotation marks are missing. Uh, and it already has a few punctuation marks, like it uses a colon and all that. Is this the original sentence?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I think the quotation marks are missing. Um, what about others? Yeah, that looks fine. Others, yeah, that's okay. I think quotation is missing.
Oh, and also, ma'am, if we put quotations, then only we can capitalize D in don't.
Sorry?
Otherwise, we don't.
No, sorry. Come again?
Uh, as long as we have quotations,
Huh.
the apostrophes, uh, we can capitalize D in don't. Otherwise, we cannot, right?
Otherwise we cannot. Yes, right.
Oh,
That is why I said the quotation marks are missing. Okay.
okay, ma'am.
Also that it has a colon. So ideally what follows, it should have a quotation mark. We do not use, if otherwise it should have had a semicolon, but here it is colon, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Okay. Others? Guys, the session is open now. You can
Ma'am,
ask your question. Yeah, please. Ashish, yes.
please.
You are muted now, Ashish. I cannot hear you.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
yeah, please consider the statement. The man looked outside and sighed. Then a blank. It had been raining all day.
Preetham, I would appreciate if you can post it here because your voice is not very clear to me, probably something on my side. If you can paste the sentence in the chat box, it should be better for us all to see.
Yeah,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Ashish, if you can speak, can you please go ahead and ask your question?
Ma'am, it's a general clarification required
All
regarding the
right.
quiz 2.
Okay.
So syllabus is from week 4 to week 8 for quiz 2.
Is it week 4 to week 8 or week 5 to
I
week?
think sorry, week 5 to week 8,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So
Yeah, the
my
major focus would be between, I mean, on the topics that were dealt from week 5 till week 8.
till week 8.
Yeah.
My clarification required for this, like what we have, personally from at my end, in the quiz 1, there are around 7 questions which are linked with connecting words.
Uh-huh.
Right,
Okay.
and I focused moreover on the concentrated on the syllabus which I got in week 1 to week 4.
Hmm.
So anyhow, I lagged all those 7 questions during quiz. So my question comes again in week 5 and week 5 to 8. Again, is there any other topics which we need to be focused on for the quiz?
No, I don't think so. You should concentrate on the topics that were discussed in the lectures. Um, and any general questions that would come would definitely be based on those topics. I don't think we ask any questions which is not a part of your syllabus
Ma'am,
already.
that was my query. Though I little disheartened when I got those because I lost all those marks because of those, because I have never touched those topics. So that was my only query. And because in the discourse, what I got the reply, like connecting words is an integral part of writing, so it can come. So there are so many topics which can be an integral part of writings, and we are already going on with all those topics from these in these weeks and maybe in the coming weeks also. So that was my only word.
Can you repeat your question again?
Sir, my question was in quiz one,
Mhm.
we concentrated all the concepts and topics which we got in video lectures from week
Yeah.
1 to week 4, but
Okay.
there were 7 questions which
Uh-huh.
was linked with a topic called connecting words.
Okay.
So I haven't focused on those words. That's
Mhm.
why I missed all those questions to be corrected on my part. So I was just asking clarification required in week 5 to week 8, the next for quiz 2. Are there any other topics if you can suggest we can study for quiz 2, or we just focus on only these topics and subjects which will be part of week 5 to week 8 lectures?
No, but connect. What do you mean by connecting words? What is the meaning of that?
Sir, he meant linking words.
So how is that? This is Ashish, right?
Yes, sir.
So how is the linking word not related to week 1 to week 4?
Sir, there are so many. Then, sir, there are so many topics which can be
No.
part of
I am not trying to extrapolate. I'm asking
right.
you, linking words. How is that not connected to week 1 to 4? Since you are asking us this specific question.
Yeah, because sir, I haven't found any such topic or any video lectures on these things on
Give me
especially
a
on this.
question. Give me a question. I'll show you how it is connected. Give me a question that you did not attempt. Have you been attending live sessions regularly?
Yes, sir. I'm attending regularly, sir, and my issue was that I was disheartened for 4-5 days just for these questions, because only these questions got wrong. Else all my questions are correct.
There is no reason for you to be disheartened about these things, but I am just curious to understand how they are not part of week 1 to week 4. In the meantime, other people can go ahead if you have. Preetham?
I have posted a question in the chat.
What is that? Read your question. The man looked outside and sighed. Okay.
And then there's a blank. Then it had been raining all day. Now that blank has to be filled with some punctuation.
Okay.
So what would be the correct one?
So what are the options given to you?
Sir, no options.
Oh, this question is without an option. You have to fill
Yeah,
it.
yes, sir. It was true or false question actually. So I think it had a semicolon in it.
No. Preetham, if it was a true and false question, then you are putting it in a different way here. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then comma or semicolon must have been part of the question. Only then we can ask you true or false.
Yes, sir. But I was thinking, what if one comes up with the sentence? What are the punctuations that we can put in?
You can put a semicolon or comma. Semicolon will be more appropriate here.
And so, what about colon?
Colon you cannot put. Colon is not connecting. Colon is for starting a different sections in a sentence altogether. Okay.
So my understanding was the purpose of colon is to introduce something related to what has already been said.
No, like look at this question itself. Somebody has posted it here. Look at this question itself. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fill in the blanks with appropriate connecting words. And you see there is a colon after that.
Yes, sir.
So in such cases, you can put colon, where the sentence has not ended, but it is going to introduce something else. It's going to keep something else.
Yes, sir.
But semicolon is a completely different thing. Semicolon is, you can have a semicolon is extension of comma. It's a bigger pause. You can start a sentence after that. After a comma, you can put something with end.
Yes, sir.
So
I was thinking that if we put a colon, we can interpret it as he looked outside and side because so colon serves the word of because.
No.
That was my.
You won't put a colon here. Colon won't.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So what is semicolon? What meaning does it convey here?
The meaning semicolon conveys is it's sort of a connector.
Connector. Okay, sir.
Connector, which colon doesn't do. Colon introduces something new.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. And so there were a couple of questions on graded assignment this week, but I couldn't understand the question itself. So could you please elaborate on that? Explain that.
Sure. Go ahead and ask me the questions.
Yes, sir. I'm just give me a moment.
Just
Yeah.
okay.
So the question is creating a narrative and having an angle is an important part of SOP.
Just give me one moment. There is somebody here. Just give me one moment. I'll be with you.
Okay, sir.
Sorry about that, guys. Go ahead now.
Yes, sir. So
Pritam.
the question is creating a narrative and having an angle is an important part of SOP.
Okay.
So what does this mean, the sentence?
And this is part of what question?
This is a graded assignment of this week.
Okay, this week.
Yeah, the week 8 actually.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about this question.
Yeah.
This is just a
So
sentence.
yes, sir. So is it true or false?
Oh, it's
That
true or false type
yes,
of. So
sir.
read it again, please.
Creating a narrative and having an angle is an important part of the SOP.
Creating a narrative and having an anger.
Angle, ANGLE.
Angle. Having an angle is an important part of SOP.
Yes, sir.
That is a statement of purpose. This is true.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. So what is the meaning of this statement?
Uh, is there, Aishwarya, Lida, is there something related to writing this week?
Yeah, sir. This is related to writing. This is SOB, no? So, yeah.
So Pritam,
Yes,
this
sir.
is when if things are introduced in the writing about writing this week, so they are talking about the components of writing and SOP. SOP means statement of purpose.
Yes, sir.
So when you write in a statement of purpose, what are the important ingredients of that? And it's talking about only that.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yeah.
There is a video on SOP done by Sri sir, and it in a very detailed way it talks about all aspects of SOP and writing, and the question is directly based from that video, based on the video.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I couldn't get the meaning of narrative and having an angle, this phrase.
Narrative means what? What is the meaning of narrative, Kartika? Can you tell him? Or Lida? Anybody?
Sir, I was not able to hear you.
So Pritam is saying he did not understand the meaning of narrative. Can you tell him a little bit about narrative and what is the meaning?
In SOP. So he was telling, Professor Srees was talking about, how it will be nice if you can kind of build a story out of
Right.
your, whatever achievements, or, your SOP should be a story about yourself, and detailing about how you have come across your work and what you find interesting in your work and all that. So that is what he meant by narrative.
Okay.
That
So
it should not be just facts and jargons, or a duplication of your CV, but rather having some components that you might not really get from your CV
got it.
in terms of narrating certain experiences and other things.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
So Pritam,
Yes, sir.
How
go ahead.
you can talk about the personal impact that your work has had on you or what you have had on others. So it's more of narrative just meant that you have to tell a story like
Okay,
you would do in a reflective essay.
okay, ma'am. And ma'am, what does the phrase having an angle mean?
Angle here means from your perspective, that you build a story from your perspective.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Ma'am,
so,
like talking more elaborately about ourselves, like in detail.
Right. So SOP also gives you a space to talk about anecdotes, right? Your personal experiences from the field of your work, which a CV or a resume will not, because that's more, as she mentioned already, Kartika, that it's factual and it's more objective in nature. This too is objective, but then it also gives a sense of, you can personalize in an SOP. So more space for elaboration.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
and ma'am, there was another question. Coherence of the sentences can be obtained by means of discourse marker.
Coherence of sentences can be obtained using
by
discourse markers.
Yes, ma'am. What does this mean?
Coherence means achieving unity and logical continuity in your writing. And discourse markers here would probably mean the linking words only, the transition devices that you use. Okay, so some of them you can use to show continuity on what you're writing, like say words like additionally, furthermore, moreover, etc. And if you're trying to bring in a contrast to what you have been discussing, then you can use words like although, though, despite, besides. Discourse markers meant that mostly. And there are other kind of discourse markers, but these are all of them pointing towards giving a logical continuity and flow to what you're writing. Okay, that's what they meant.
So, ma'am, do punctuations fall under discourse marker?
Punctuations fall under discourse markers. They can.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there is a difference between the two. Okay.
Okay. So, can you please explain?
Of course, the punctuation is like full stop or comma.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Which helps you separate two sentences or two parts of a sentence.
Yes, sir.
And discourse markers are like words or phrases which allow you to connect two ideas, two parts of the same narrative.
Okay, sir.
To build slow, like when you say, like we are talking about something. Let's say we are talking about Agra. Okay.
Yes, sir.
We can say 5 simple sentences. So let me give you this example that will help you understand all your questions, like
Okay,
narrative, discourse markers, and all that. See,
okay, sir.
There are two ways of writing this. One way is you write 5 sentences. Agra is a city.
Yes, sir.
Agra is in UP.
Yes, sir.
Agra is near Delhi.
Yes.
Agra is famous for Taj Mahal. Right?
Yes, sir.
These are 5 sentences.
Yes, sir.
This is what they were telling you, that if you say you are all factually correct, you are giving information. These are grammatical sentences, factually correct, everything is fine.
Yes,
But
sir.
it does. So you see, this is why it has been brought at this stage in this course in English too, that we need to achieve more than grammaticality.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And we need to make people, grammaticality is important. Grammaticality is the first step. But after you have achieved grammaticality, we need to know how to use sentences, how to use it for specific purpose.
Yes,
So
sir.
suppose you have to make someone so you can tell 5 sentences and you are done. But you have to tell something interesting. You have to make someone interested in Agra.
Yes, sir.
How will you do that? So you can say the same 5 sentences, like you can say Agra is a beautiful city. It is close to Delhi, but so you will bring in but not too far from other cities also. Not too far from the other cities as well. So when you are bringing as well, although, you can say historically it is known for the capital of Shah Jahan.
Yes.
Now you can simply say it is known for the capital of Shah Jahan.
Yes,
But
sir.
you are bringing in an adverb saying historically, and you are giving a comma after that.
Yes, sir.
So these are the examples of discourse marker and punctuation markers which help you build a narrative. And what that exercise tells you, that you wanted to know the meaning of narrative. The meaning of narrative is converting any plain statement into story-like situation which captures attention of people.
Yes, sir.
Okay, story does not have a literal meaning of a story, but it should capture your attention. I mean, what is the purpose of your writing? When if you write at an advanced stage, you want people to read what you write, right?
Yes,
This is why we have been telling you several times. Now we can connect impact of reading. You remember from first semester we have been telling you read.
yes, sir.
Now bring in your experience from reading and answer the following question. When you read something, what is an interesting read? There are some certain things you read, you are not interested in that.
Yes, sir.
Certain things you like reading.
Yes, sir.
What could be the reasons behind that? One reason is interest in a particular topic.
Yes, sir.
Like somebody is not interested in finance, no matter how well an essay is written about finance, you are not interested in that.
Yes, sir.
But about the same topic, two people can write differently. And
Yes,
one
sir.
is interesting and other is bland.
Yes, sir.
So making things interesting by bringing in stylistic changes in writing is called is basically called developing writing in the form of narrative, where there are different methods, traits, punctuations, markers. All of them together help you build a discourse for advanced writing or speaking or anything. So that's the purpose of that's the meaning and purpose of building the capacity to write any narrative, anything in the form of narrative.
Okay, sir. So, discourse markers are is a broader concept under which basically it brings a rhythm in the content if I may say so.
You can say so, but rhythm has different meaning. But I understand what you mean.
Yes, sir.
It's basically doing everything to retain interest of the reader.
Yes, sir.
That is called discourse markers.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody else?
So this is a question I was asking.
Yeah, Anish, go ahead.
Which came in quiz one.
Sure. Which have you posted it there?
Yes, I posted the previous
Fill in the
one.
blanks with appropriate connecting words. This is the one, right?
Right, sir.
Yeah. So either this is part of which. Just a moment, please. Come in. No, just one moment, please.
Sure, sir. Sure.
So this was part of the quiz one you're talking about? Anish? Ashish? Can you hear
Pardon,
me?
sir? Yes, sir.
This question is part of quiz one.
Quiz one.
Okay, so he is both forgetful and he just doesn't bother to complete the work. Probably that is the B is the option, right?
Sir, answer it is C.
He is either forgetful or he doesn't bother. Okay, right. He's either forgetful or he just doesn't bother to complete the work. He is both forgetful and he just doesn't bother to complete the work. So your question is, this is somehow not consistent with the first 4 weeks? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Because we had all long vowels, clauses, then tense modal aspects, adverb types of adverbs, all these things. If we have an idea, then we can just repeat it.
That also has agreement in first 4 weeks, right?
Right, sir. Yeah, adjoint agreement.
Right.
Yes.
And if you look at the agreement section, it has a lot of questions, lot of sentences, which is about what happens when we use either or neither nor type of sentences. Okay. You see, so this is not completely out of the 4-week syllabus. Number one. Number two, it is for a syllabus for the type of questions. In this or any language class, it is not possible to give you the exact list of topics that questions will only be follow from. questions will be only of these types. Get it? Here,
Yes, sir.
what are we asking you to do? Look at it. What we are asking you to do is to see what makes the grammaticality of this sentence, right?
Right, sir.
What makes the grammaticality in an appropriate way, which is, you see, even I was getting wrong. We cannot say both. He is both forgetful. If we are talking about, if we bring in both, that is be, that means we are going to talk about the two same type of objects. Okay, he is both forgetful and nervous. But the fact that after and there is a clause will not allow this type of agreement in the sentence. Okay, only when we put either, he is either, we can put neither nor here as well. Only when we put he is either forgetful or, so that describes who he is, and it sustains the sentence further by putting in or he just doesn't bother to complete the work. So this is not just about linking verb, this is about agreement and understanding of sentences for grammaticality, which we have started in week 4. At some point, I don't remember exactly which week 4. And so that is one way, and my goal is not just to somehow convince you on this thing. I want to add here to tell you that we don't have a list of, particularly for language tests, we don't have a list of topics only around which you will get questions. Of course, the broader things won't vary from. It's not that we did not talk about agreement and then we are asking you questions. That's not how it works. Hope this helps you understand.
Yes, sir, it helped me. But for this question, I was just got confused with neither nor and either.
That is not a bad thing, Ashish.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Getting confused is not a bad thing. Now, I would, if I were you, instead of not losing my sleep on that, I get to know out of the result of this quiz, I would get to know that I still need to work on agreement part.
Right.
And maybe I need to read some more advanced material on agreement related thing. Maybe I need to go back to English 1. That's how I will fix my agreement instead of becoming nervous or losing my sleep on that. Because I remember you said in the beginning, you were very disheartened. Disheartened was the word you used. Okay, sorry. So there is no need to be disheartened about it. Such things only tell you that we need to go back.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Okay. All right. Anybody else, guys? There are so many people. So many people are very quiet, not asking anything. Last week, I started telling you a few things about learning and giving you a few examples. I'll talk about that again. But any other question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Sahid, go ahead.
Yes,
there are Arshad, Alka, Anmol, Sushma, Praveen, very quiet people. Go ahead, Shahid. Go ahead.
Sir, for possession, we use apostrophe S.
Yes.
Sir, why the rule not apply for its?
See, but it's not just for possession we'll use apostrophe S. That is not the complete way of saying. Apostrophe S is for connecting the possessive marker, and in its it is it's a contracted form of it is. Okay, in one sense of its use. Am I right, Lida? What is the difference?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's the difference between the two and similarities between the two. So when you say, Sahid, are you with me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When you say, let's say, book of Sahid, this of Sahid, book of Sahid is used as Sahid's book, right? So
Yes, sir.
it's when we use the prepositional phrase, it has different structure. When we use apostrophe marker, it's a different structure. And this is not relevant here, but I can tell you, according to language change, the use of apostrophe s will disappear in the course of time. It's coming from Old English stages. Excuse me. Yeah. Other people, go ahead. No questions, guys? Are these people here? Praveen Chaudhary, Shushma Kumari, and Mol Varsne. Are these people here?
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yes, Ravikant, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a question. I have put it in the chat.
What is the question, Ravikant?
Sir, the complete the construction complete dedication is considered what? That
This looks like an incomplete sentence to me. Can you check, somebody, Ashwarya?
okay.
Did you type it properly, Ravikant?
Yes, sir. It's in GA 8, graded assignment 8.
So question is right, and it is some part of SOP.
Oh, okay.
Sir, the question is asking about complete dedication. The phrase complete dedication, it is ambiguous or superfluous or archaic.
Oh, the construction complete dedication is considered.
Sir,
Yes, Ashwarya. What's the
sir,
answer?
there is some ambiguity in the question. So this question is not considered for grading. Week 8, question number 6.
But what was the idea of the question? Is this question given this way?
Yes, sir, it was given this way, sir.
So
Sir,
we
I
need to
think
put.
what they meant is they wanted to comment on the usage complete dedication.
Right. So we need to put that in inverted comma.
Right.
Okay, Ashwarya, when you use this question next time, put it in inverted comma.
Sure, sir.
That is what is creating confusion. So the construction complete dedication is considered. So what was the answer, Ravikant? What's the answer you have?
It's given as a
Superfluous.
Yeah, superfluous. Okay.
Correct. The answer is fine, but we just needed to put it in inverted comma.
Sir, since Ravikant just copy pasted it, so here it is without what on the photo it is italic. Complete dedication.
Okay. Then it is fine. If it is done in italics, then it is fine. Ashwarya, then it is fine. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Next, guys, anything else?
Sir, hello.
Yes, please.
Sir, last week you told this week you will tell about children who learn faster language at small age.
So if it's
Right,
something
right.
human data, human machine.
That is Kanagdara, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right, right. I was giving you some examples from plurals and agreement, right? And then you had asked me a question about learning, and then I told you that we need to talk a little more on learning to answer your question. Am I right? That's what you are asking.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I remember that question. So did you guys think about that plural things in your languages? In English, did you think about it? Did you find any counter example of English plurals? I gave you a rule. I talked to you about the rule. Did you find it?
I didn't get the question, sir.
The question is, I was talking to you about few examples. I gave you some examples, right? Last time.
Yes, sir.
My question is, so I gave you a few examples. I gave you some rules about that. Did I talk about that or not?
Yes, sir.
So did you find any counter example to that rule?
Yes, sir. Many words have, sir. Sheep, children, like child. Are counter examples, right, sir?
No. They are not counter examples. They are. This is why I told you that there are some words like, let's say, maximum 20 or 25 words in English which still carry Old English forms. Okay, Old English forms. So when I'm asking about counter example, I am not asking about those ones like child, children example. I am asking, we talked about, what was the English rule that we talked about? Can somebody tell me? Ravikant, can you tell me the rule of plurals again? That we discussed in the meeting last time.
Sir, we add as or es.
Yes, sir.
No, that's not what we discussed. Ravikant, Kanagdara, can you tell me? Or can you confirm with Sahid? Is this what we discussed or we discussed something else? Did we discuss something else? What happened, guys? Nobody is speaking. Kanagdara,
Sir,
what was the rule that we discussed last time? Can you,
CTK, words ending with pa, ta, ka
right.
will have is z sound.
No.
The others will have z. That one will have.
Right. So you need to revise that before I talk more about it. You see, when I am talking about you know about the program, you understand that we can understand data only through mathematical patterns. You know that, right? So
Yes, sir.
the way human language is considered large data set for the machine that we know as human mind. The common thread between the two is pattern. Mathematics won't work without pattern, and language does not work without pattern. And I gave you an example of patterns, and this is for everybody. So please work with that pattern before I tell you more about it, because my idea is not to tell you stories. Okay, so here is what I have to say, guys, and particularly for those who are, I'm not saying I won't talk about it. I will still talk about it. That's one of my goals, to tell you that thing. But if you really want to convert what I am talking about into your interest, then please work on finding counterexamples to the rules that I have discussed with you. And only then you will see how natural language gets processed as raw data with the machine that we know as human mind. And that, on the basis of that, the questions related to learning of language will make more sense to you. And understand what I'm suggesting you to do. Is there any question about that or confusion about that?
No, sir.
So please work on that, and then I talk a little bit more about it, because I mean it in that sense. See, I have planned to talk about language as data, not to spend time, or not that I don't know what else to do, and therefore I was doing. I need to check. I need to be assured that you are working on it and you are interested in this. Then we will talk about it. And I know I'm not suspecting anything. I know you are interested. So please look at the pattern, and I want you to be careful about the patterns, see the counter examples, and then we come back and talk about it. Okay, guys? There are roughly 50 people here, but most of the people don't seem to be. That is Pratyusha. Doing something. Okay. So unless you have more questions for today, we are done. We can close it, or you have more questions?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Pratyusha, go ahead.
Sir, can you please explain me how the construction complete dedication is considered superfluous? I did not quite understand that.
We have just talked about it recently. Have you joined just now?
No, sir. It was said that the answer is superfluous, but we did not talk about like how it is superfluous. Like I did not understand.
Linda, can you explain that? Construction complete dedication.
Yes, sir. Sir, superfluous, what the question meant was that the usage complete dedication, the word complete is unnecessary because dedication is not something that you grade along incomplete or complete. Right?
Okay.
Right.
I get it.
Okay. Yeah.
Got it, Pratyusha?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
So this is why this is superfluous. It's
you.
not ambiguous, it's not archaic, it's not all the above, it is just superfluous, because as Lida says, dedication cannot be complete or incomplete.
Yeah, because of that word complete, it is not superfluous.
Right, and therefore this one complete phrase. So it's talking about the,
yes.
So here construction means this complete phrase, complete dedication.
Yes. Now I understood. So yes, thank you.
Good. Glad. No, Kanakdhara, I see your question. Conversation, I can practice one-to-one conversation in English. You write to us. We have a group. We have a plan where we can put you in touch with people. We have people working on this to have one-to-one conversation. For conversation practice, there is no site, and if there is any site that cannot help you because that's going to be machine-generated automated conversation, we will put you in touch with a real person who is working with us in our office, and they will. If you think you need practice, you can write to us. We will do that. Okay, Kanagdara?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, please send us an email. We will do that. Nidhi, you're talking about conversation practice?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sure. Send an email or send. Aishwarya, how do they send a message to you? Through the. Is there any email address for that or something? How do they send you messages for this conversation practice? Aishwarya? Lida, do you know anything about that?
I am unaware, sir. I think Aishwarya will know it better.
Okay. Karthika, Aishwarya, are you there?
Yes, sir. Sir, can you please repeat it again?
So what I am saying is some people want to join the conversation practice like Nidhi, Kanagdara and others. So how do they get in? How do they send you the message?
So I generally ask them to mail to my pod email.
Okay. So guys, write it to her. Write it to Karthika. All these people have their email, right?
I'm not sure, but okay. I'm going to put it in the chat box right here.
Okay. It's online degree, right?
Yes, sir.
But then this should be this one, right? Is it this one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So send an email, Nidhi, Kanagdara, send an email to Karthika. She will put you in the right forum, and she will coordinate. They will, all of them together will coordinate, and we will definitely find conversation practice for you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, no problem. Anything else? Or shall we stop now for today? Or guys, like Kanagdara, Nidhi, I'm not sure if you are in touch with other people, and this is for everybody. Anybody who is interested, this is not just for some people or something. Anybody who feels who needs some practice, help, please write to us. We will do that. And please continue attending our sessions and bring your questions and so on. We will continue next week.
Sir, one more thing, sir.
Sure.
I don't know. I have written an SOP, sir, for a scholarship.
Okay.
I have submitted it, but whether I can add more, I want to correct it. To whom I can send so that
you want some comments on writing sample, right?
Yes, sir.
You send it to us. We will see what kind of comments we can give you to help you improve better. You can send it to us.
To whom I have to send, sir?
Same email address. You can send it to.
Okay, sir.
Karthik.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Sure. We have a, I don't know if it is there for this course, this program or not. We have a way to submit some writing sample, right, Karthika? Do we invite that now, or we are not doing that?
Yes, sir. We have writing sample and audio sample.
Writing and audio sample. So you send it to us. We will do that.
And sir, there were many writing questions and activity questions of week 8. Yeah, we wrote but didn't get any comments.
You will get it. You will get it. You did it. It takes a while to get to those questions, comments. You will get it.
Okay.
Usually, I mean, we may miss one or two, something here and there, but usually we attend to everything. You will get it, Nidhi. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Okay then, Aishwarya, you can, if Sri Balaji or somebody is there in that, who is that?
Yes, sir, I'll inform him.
You can inform them to terminate it. Okay, guys, see you next week. Bye-bye. Sorry about the little delay. I was stuck with something. So I'll see you on time next week.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.